it's your boy Black Magus, and this is a story that I kind of missed. But when I circled back and saw it, I was kind of perplexed at what I saw. And I've been meaning to talk about it, but I'm just getting around to it. And wow. So, and I'll explain why I said wow later. It's not why I'm sure a lot of you are going to think. But Microsoft announced that they will be raising prices on all of their consoles. And they also confirmed that come this holiday season, all first-party games will be $80. So here's the pricing for their products. And they have a list of everything, including their peripherals, accessories. The Series S that only has 512 gigs of storage will go up from $299.99 to $379.99. So that's an increase of $80. The Series S that has the 1 terabyte hard drive will go from $349.99 to $429.99. So again, a raise of $80. You get the pattern here. Although when you go to the X Digital, it jumps, and so the same for the regular S. So for the X Digital, it goes from $449.99 to $549.99, $100 jump. The basic Series X goes from $499.99 to $599.99, and the Series S with the 2 terabyte hard drive, it's the Galaxy Special Edition. It goes from $599.99 to $729.99. So yeah, that's a $130 jump right there. Jeez. Then with peripherals, the controller just stays the same. The core one's $65, the color ones are $70, special edition's $80. The limited edition version of the Xbox wireless controller goes from $79.99 to $89.99. The Elite Core goes from $139 to $149. The Elite Core, the Elite Full goes from $179.99 to $199.99. Headset stays the same, $64.99. Wireless headset goes from $109.99 to $119.99. So some things don't get that big of a bump, but the consoles and a couple of the accessories do. The statement: we understand that these changes are challenging and they were made with careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players. Now, of course, that kind of basically indicates, hey, I know these are pricey. I ain't buying the consoles really anyway. So just go ahead and just subscribe to Game Pass so we can, move this along. Because again, I've been one to keep continually saying that Microsoft is leading towards where they're going to eliminate the console period and just be a brand and just sell the brand. This definitely helps them in that direction and helps my argument. Mind you, this has nothing to do with what I think their plans are. It's just, unfortunately, part of the reality that we live in right now in the current political state, where this dumb tariff war and all these weird moves are going to affect us in a very negative way, and they're going to affect us in many areas. Consoles were already getting expensive anyway. it is funny because you think about Sony. Sony's the only company that hasn't kind of come out, at least in the United States, and said that they're making significant changes to their pricing. They've, of course, raised prices in foreign markets to try to mitigate what could happen in the United States, but it's coming. It is fucking coming. Best believe it is. It's going to eventually come. Because the way that things are going politically, it's kind of hard to avoid it. It's sad. It's very, very sad because, you know, consumers used to have protections and there used to be some type of regulations. Even with those, sometimes, companies would be able to outmaneuver that stuff and fuck you over. But now, it's just like, not only do you not have the protections, but you also have a situation where even they, have to react because, let's be honest, people who sell products for profit, they're not going to take a loss. They're going to pass it on to you. And since they, already know that it's not going to be any repercussions for doing so, yeah, they're going to jack shit up. Like, you're paying that 145% or whatever the ridiculous number is. You're paying that tariff. You are paying that tariff, which means you're being basically taxed at an extra rate. And this is a tax that you didn't ask for, that none of us wanted to see. Like, and mind you, these are prices minus taxes that you're already paying, like, and state taxes on the products. So you're getting like extra tax for this. You're footing the bill for God knows what. And it's a shame. It's a fucking shame. And it goes back to what I said in a previous video talking about the tariffs. Like, hey, this is what happens. Like, if you don't pay attention and you don't vote accordingly, like, this is what ends up happening. And you think it won't affect you, but then it ends up affecting you in some way. Now, if you're into gaming, it's a passion of yours, this is truly affecting you. And it's going to get much worse as time goes on. That's the sad truth about it. Because what's going to stop them from, like, again, we ridiculed Nintendo for saying we'll have variant prices on games, but Microsoft's already like dead set it's going to be 80 across the board. What happens when it's 100 across the board? What happens when it's 120 across the board? Things like, when will it stop? And it's sad because it's like ruining a lot of things. It's making it hard on people for no reason at all. No reason at all. But I digress. Anyway, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll holler at you later. This your boy Blak Magus, and I'm out. Deuces.